Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you all today? Well, actually, that wasn't very exciting, wasn't it? Good morning, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
No, you've got to back me up here.
I've got an ulcer. It's really sore.
We've both got mouths full of odds and ends. So
odds and.
Well, I thought mine started as like a burn on pizza on the roof of the mouth, but it still hurts, and I don't remember burning it. And I kept scratching it with crusty bread and biscuits and other bad food I've been eating, so it still hurts, and actually is making me not want to eat, if I'm honest. Wow, and you've got an ulcer.
I bit my lip and now it's turned into an
ulcer.
Oh
yeah, my lip's not as bad as yours, but yours has gone fully ulcerific. No. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
What are we talking about, Emily?
So today we're talking about perseverance, because there's a reason to it, actually. We have actually had some evenings this week, haven't we, Alan, where we've been able to watch TV.
Yeah, well, we finished some big bits of work, didn't we, that we've been working on, a bit of new website copy and a client's work that was taking a bit of time. And so I've had I have a bit of thing about 90s music. I'm like one of those who lived in the 90s. And then stopped, basically. At about 1999, I stopped living. And now everything I talk about relates back to the 90s. Anyway, there's some documentaries out, the Defiant ones and the Beastie Boys story. We watched the Beastie Boys story first on Apple TV+, and it was fascinating. And not only that, the thing is, it was really well done, wasn't it? It was not just a boring documentary.
And I would argue, even if you're not a Beastie Boys fan, and it's not your bag, it's not your music, it's not your style, it's still a documentary worth watching, and I'm going to go into it in a minute.
Well, it's popular culture at the end of the day, isn't it? It's culture.
Fascinating.
So, yeah.
And the same with the Defiant ones. The Defiant ones is a 4-part series. Thank you, ASMR, for recommending it to us. Which is
ABM Electrical, I'll tag him.
Based on the Dr. Dre, Jimmy Iovine relationship and how that's built over the year, looking at
But it was really well done, wasn't it? Because it started. I do love clever kind of editing and producing. It started both at their very own separate stories and kept like crossing each one until their paths met, and now it's one, and it's very well done. And we've just finished episode 3.
3 or 4.
But yeah, what's the message?
What's the message?
Is that Keith Lemon? What's the message?
I don't really
He does that in Celebrity Juice. Yeah, but what's the message, Emily?
But what was a common theme with the Beastie Boys?
I'm really sorry. I've just mixed up 2 Keith Lemon jokes badly. I hasten to add. What's the message? He doesn't say in a kind of fake Irish accent. What's the message is what he does when people are on the show. Anyway, I'm really sorry, everyone. I apologise for my
the common theme between the Beastie Boys and Dre and Jimmy on his own, so all 3 of them.
What was Jimmy's surname, Emily?
Iovine. It was the fact that their stories, their personal journeys have been so interesting and so diverse, but what all 3 of them have done is stay true to what they believe, what they want, and they have not detracted from that path at any point. What they've wanted, what they've got, and how they've got there has been exactly the same. They have literally, if they've had to stop doing stuff, if they've had to sever ties with people, if they've had to change direction slightly.
Well, Dre last night, can I call him Dre? Do we know him well enough now? Dr. Dre, he walked away, didn't he, from Death Row Records because it was all going a bit wrong and blowing out of control with the East Coast, West Coast battle in the mid-90s. And he just walked away from millions because it wasn't what he wanted, it wasn't true to who he was. And it was really interesting, wasn't it? Because you can see other people would have fought for that. And
But the same being with Jimmy Iovine, with the bit yesterday with he was part of Death Row Records, and it was bought with Time Warner, and they were going to try and buy their share for $150 million, which is an amazing, incredible bit of money. And the bit what I thought was hilarious, or not, it was really important, was that he ran down the road, went straight to his lawyers, and was like, "You did not say yes. I do not want to say yes to this." And he turned down $150 million because it didn't resonate with his message, their belief, what their music was about, and all of that. So he said no to it. And as it turns out later on down the road it paid dividends because he got an even better deal with the right
sold
people.
it for 200 million.
And it did about.
Oh no, he didn't sell it, did he? So they were about to sell it, but in the end they brought in a new partner. It got very confusing, and they made 200 million out of it.
And that's a really strong message. Is that ultimately we can make quick decisions based on things like finance or the fact that it might make a quick fix, but that might not be right for you, your business, and your business legacy, your long-term legacy. I knew they were going to come in.
It's about to all go wrong. No, all go right. Sorry, mindset.
Applying that to your business, and this is obviously we talk about multi-million-dollar deals here. We can extrapolate that down. God. He looks like
I know.
Sorry, he is wearing pants. Don't worry, but he looks like Rocky from the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I can't even see it.
You just need a pair of gold
Touch me. I want to be free. Sorry, but we're talking about hip hop. Now I'm singing Rocky Horror Picture Show songs.
It's about scaling that down, isn't it? And it doesn't really matter what your deal is or what your end goal is, and whatever pain point you're suffering right now and thinking actually it's not going the way you want it to go, and you wish you were at this point right now, and you wish you'd got to this level and you haven't got there. The point is you'll get there. It's about being consistent. It's about being true to what your business is about and your beliefs are about, making sure that your brand is on point and keeping it consistent for that time, because you don't know, and Alan always talks about the grey area, you don't know when that grey is going to sort of turn around to you and go, hi, here's an opportunity.
It is true that you might have the most concrete, business plan, black and white business plan in the world, but you can't predict that grey. And one of the things we do at Yellow Tuxedo is we try and embrace the grey rather than ignoring the grey. We want to embrace it because of what it can bring and what it become. And one of the lines we use a lot is, what's the name of the last person who Googled you? You just don't know. And that's a big grey thing, and that's a big thing about online presence, isn't it?
So yeah, I think today, think about what your end goal is, and it doesn't really matter how you're going to get there. You will get there if you just completely believe in what you're doing and what you want to be doing, and don't let others distract you from that point.
Boom. Let's leave it at that. I'm sorry for doing that. It's because I've been watching too much 90s.
Oh, in a minute, darling.
Oh, I'm networking today, aren't I?
Alan is networking with Onlay, which is going to be awesome.
Tagged
Which is
below.
your first one.
Who am I tagging now? ABM, Onlay. Am I tagging Dre?
Dr. Dre.
I'm going to tag Dr. Dre today.
Who knows? That could be today's
That
Dre.
could be our Grey. So, yes, Dr. Dre, ABM, and Onlay.
And also, very quickly, we have advertised today, we have our online coffee and cake morning on Thursday. It's Thursday at 10:30.
For the minority of you who watch this to the end, feel free to join us on Thursday.
You do watch it. I know you watch it.
We know people watch it. We do.
If you want to come and join us for a little bit of a natter and discussion, it's really relaxed.
However, this may have stopped filming because Joe's is playing with the remote. I've only just noticed. Anyway, bye.
Bye.